I want to ask you a few questions about your time at Marquette.
Yep.
One is obviously you were teammates with Dwayne Wade for 2 years.
Yeah.
And do you have any good Dwayne Wade stories that you could share?
Well, I do. I mean, it depends on which direction I want to go. But I will keep it. I don't think people know. I think they've heard stories about Crane, and they've seen interviews with Dwayne over time, or they might have read an article back in the day. But I don't know if people actually know how hard Dwayne had it at Marquette. And understand like what he really accomplished for a player that like going into college was told like he was trying to pass this standardized test to be able to be eligible for college all the way up until he hit campus, and then to be told at the last minute, well, no, you didn't make it, and then have to sit out your freshman year and to practice, to do everything with the guys. They do these 3-hour practices, the grind, they come in and to do all this. And then when practice is over with, all the guys get on the team bus and they go to a away game. He can't travel. And then, to him and his then wife, then to have a child and to be a father, to add that responsibility on to trying to maintain, your academics, and to be coached by Tom Crean. And I don't say that as a diss to Tom Crean. It is like my life is better because I played for Tom Crean, and I can, and every member of Marquette basketball, whether they left a little bit earlier, whether they will say that their life is better because of that. Tom Crean coached this dude so hard. He could have a great day of practice yesterday. I mean, like absolutely dominate. And we will come back the next day. And I saw this week after week after week. He will come back the next day. And if he didn't dominate, I didn't say if he played bad. If he did not dominate, Tom Crean would kick him out of practice. And it wasn't just like, hey, get out of practice. It was the sarcasm. It was the name calling. It was mostly the sarcasm. And again, if you ever play sports and you play for a coach that is sarcastic, you're not playing well, those are the worst.
Yeah.
And what Tom would say, and he would only say this to Dwayne, but again, and this is why I think like your faith, and then like he could have been saying it to other people indirectly, but he would say, to whom much is given, to whom much is given, much is required. And he might have said that 1,000 times to Dwayne when he did not dominate a practice. It was the expectations and the standards for that. Like Tom saying those words to him every single day, reminding it's like he was so invested in Dwayne and Dwayne's family and like what Dwayne could be. Like I don't know if anyone knew that he would be a Hall of Fame guard and a 4-time NBA champ. And I watched the Olympic thing the other day. Like I totally forgot like the impact he had on that Redeem team and like how well he played against Spain, I think. But watching that and then thinking back to how hard he had it in college because he had all these responsibilities. And then you think that like to get away from these responsibilities, you're going to like basketball is like your freedom. And it was like, no, like you're not coming here. Like it's not, it's like, no, we are, because you have all these responsibilities and because you have this God-given talent, I'm not going to be easy on you. And again, leaders every day, like you have a choice to make. Like you have a choice to make. You're like, okay, this guy's life is hard. I can be easy on this guy. Tom wasn't like that. Tom was not with anyone, but he was not. And Dwayne had his bags ready and packed and wanted to quit so many times. And one, he didn't. And two, like Tom will remind him, like, no, like I walked into your house. I told you like what we were going to do. I know you have all this going on. I know it could be easier right, like right now, but Matt, that dude had it so hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that obviously that's not a fun story, but to watch what he has become because of that.
Yeah. No, that's
It's
crazy.
yeah, he was probably still been like, made some money playing basketball because of that ability. But that dude, man, he had it harder than all of us. I had girlfriend issues. This dude had like real life issues.
Yeah.
And Tom did not give him a day off.
Wow.
Like he did not give him a day off. So, and again, it's not more of a fun, but like to whom much is given, much is required. And indirectly, Tom was talking to all of us. But when you think about Dwayne was big in his faith and is big in his faith, and in order to get through what he had to get through, you had to be like committed to your faith, because you can't. I mean, it was bad. I mean, and this was when you could coach guys hard and call them names and things of that nature. And even though you don't mean the name calling, it was, it was a different time. It was a different era. And I mean, to get kicked out of practice because you're not dominating it,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like think about putting one of your, if you're running a business right now and your sales guy had a great week last week and this week they're just doing okay. Imagine sending that person home because they're not dominating the sales.
Yeah.
Like people don't do that. You might say, hey, you might tease them a little bit, or most people will go, he had a great week this week and he's not doing bad. He's not hurting us. Tom was like, no, dude, you're not dominating today. Like you're actually hurting yourself and you're hurting us. And because of that, we're all, we all have good lives.